Good morning. So this guy named Seneca, he wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without rough or sand or trials." Same thing with a man. A man cannot become stronger and polished without rough trials, right? And I think that's very true. Good morning. My name's Dave. I'm taking you on these walks with me as I leave my 5-year pity party behind. So, and get healthy and lose some weight in the process. So, this guy Seneca, this stoic and philosopher, pointed out that we're not going to become the perfect image or the perfect version of ourselves unless we go through trials and tribulations that makes us stronger, develop our character. Now, you're like, that's all fine and dandy in the Roman times because, they had to fight and, they could get stabbed or go into battle and everything else, right? Well, you still need that nowadays as well. I mean, especially as a man, being a young man, older man, or adult. You need to have these trials and things that will push you forward so that you can see what kind of man you can become, and you can become the stronger and the better version of yourself. Now, I went through this. Growing up, we had different challenges and stuff, but I think the real version of this would be when I went into the military. You go through basic, and that's challenging. It's definitely, I know a lot of people who didn't make it. My brother didn't make it through basic. He quit. A buddy of mine didn't make it through basic. He quit. So it's good on you for if you went in the military and you made it through basic and then what they call AIT, Advanced Individual Training for your job. Now, what pushed me a little bit further was also going through jump school and becoming airborne. That was another thing that helped set some trials and helped me become the person that I am now. And then life happens. You get out of the military, you live your life, you get good, and you get a little rounder and stuff. But the mindset is still there, and sometimes you may drop away from that mindset. But you can come back to it. I'm finding myself that because of the things that I learned and I had to do in the military, doing this journey right now that I'm on with getting back into shape and eating healthier and losing weight because of it, I find it easier to do and maintain. Like, I'm pretty sore. My pain level today is about a 7, 8. Luckily my tailbone's only at about a 4 because I got the injection done, and that's been helping me again. But I'm pushing through it. When I start my walks, I'm usually extremely stiff and it's hard to move. But I find that because of what I went through as a younger lad, as a soldier, that was my trials and tribulations. That's helping me now that I'm older. Right? So now you can say, oh, that's fine and dandy. What if I wasn't a soldier or in the military? Well, I recommend get yourself a book. Make it a point to read one story about Stoicism or quote every day, and then learn examples of it, and then start acting on it. One of the easiest ones you can do is in the morning. Don't hit that snooze button. Don't stay all cuddled up in bed, dredging at the start of the day. Just, that alarm goes off, get up. That's start teaching your body, teaching your mind that stuff. And the other, on the end of that, start giving yourself the reward of peace at night before you go to sleep. At least an hour before you go to sleep. Get rid of, turn off your phones. Stop watching TV. Just start winding down. Read. You can read those quotes, Stoic quotes, at night, so you get a better sleep and recharge, so that in the morning comes. When you get up, find a routine. If you're like me, where I jump in the shower, take your hot, nice oh, I love a hot shower. But then finish it with a couple of minutes of a cold shower. That'll get your body going, your blood pumping, and little things. And you'll notice that in a very short time, it'll get easier and easier. You still get that little chill effect and stuff. That's normal. That's your body reaction. But it'll start doing that, and people call this, building habits, creating a habit. Some used to say it's 21 days to take a habit. I have that book. But in reality, it's more like 60 to 90 days to get into a habit. Start walking 5 minutes a day outside. And then bump it up to 10 minutes a day, 15, 30. And just keep doing it. That's what I'm doing here. I dropped my daughter off from to school. Bug. And then I just park the car, and I get out, turn left of the car, and I start walking. I put on my timer for an hour, and when it goes off, I'm done. So it's these little things. If you're you're not happy in your work, well, use Stoicism to make those changes. Start the routines. Say, okay, I don't like this. I don't like this job. They're not paying me enough, right? Say, okay, how can I reduce my spending in a smart way? I'm not saying you have to cut off, stop buying Starbucks. Although that's, if your things are tight, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be making your coffee and stuff at home, and then putting that money towards your education to learn a skill set. And then, start buckling down and studying something that you'd like to do. And if you don't know what to do, well, ask ChatGPT. They say this AI is going to eliminate all these jobs and everything, but it's also creating a whole bunch of new ones. So if you've been doing something, and most of the people that watch this channel are 30 and above, so you have some skill sets from your thing. So put it in to ChatGPT, and if you like Perplexity, you can do it in there. Now, I find Perplexity is really good to help me write the prompts for ChatGPT. It's funny. I use an AI to tell another AI what I want it to do. You do that. You can say, hey, ChatGPT or whatever, I have these skill sets. This is my job title, and this is what I do at my work. Can you recommend a higher paying job that will use these same skill sets. And then you can also refine it and saying, if I wanted to increase my thing, my income, give me a Sandhill Cranes. If you want to change your job, say based off of these skills, give me a list of jobs and keep asking me questions until you have a good knowledge of what I could do and the different jobs I could do that pay more, that have a higher salary. All right, and then you look at the ones that it suggests, and then you ask it to expand on those other ones. And then you can say, hey, I would like a 90-day program to start learning what I need to learn so that I can get a job in this field. And how should I go ahead and market myself? One of the best ways to get in front of the hiring people to do this. Give me a 90-day plan. Alrighty. It's these guys right here. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can go over there. If they don't get all gangster on me. So you can do that with ChatGPT, and then you can even ask it to say, hey, how can I do this as a online job? Right? How can I use these skill sets online? Right, Sandhill Cranes? How you guys doing? So you can ask it and say, hey, if you want to make the transition. And now if you can transition your skill sets to an online career, and that's not working remotely, that's where you're selling something online, selling services, doing consulting online, that will end up paying you a lot more than if you work for somebody. So that's where I am at today, and just some food for thought and some tips. Hopefully my ranting was interesting and entertaining enough and helpful. All right, you guys have a blessed day.